This is a tour of the p5.js web editor. We're meeting at the main site of p5.js, p5.js.org. p5.js is a JavaScript library for visual programming. It aims to make coding accessible for artists, designers, educators, and beginners. You're going to notice that much of the program-specific language is derived from geometry or drawing, and it'll be familiar to you if you've ever used drawing programs or photo editors, Photoshop before. JavaScript is built into every browser. As such, we're going to be working with p5.js mainly online and using their built-in into their site, into the browser, the p5.js web editor. And here it is. Notice words like sketch, setup, create canvas, background, and draw. All very familiar vocabulary. There's several sections to the editor screen. On this left-hand side, where you notice these words, that's the coding pane or your text editor. The output window or the preview pane is on the right. The quick controls are up top. They help you run and stop the execution of the code. Let me change a few quick things to showcase this. So right now, all that's happening is you're creating a canvas, 400 pixels by 400 pixels. So let's play and change it to 800 by 800. Notice that as I press play or execute the code, the canvas size changes. Let me go ahead and do a console log. And we'll say hello. And as I execute the code, notice that this hello is printed on the bottom. That is your console, and that is where any system messages, if you make an error, will be printed. And you can also use that region to print out different parts of your code when you're debugging. All right, let's browse the available settings. You notice theme. We were at the light theme, now dark theme, and high contrast. High contrast is one of my favorites. All the functions and keywords are very clear with different colors. You can control the font size. You can turn the line numbers on and off. You can turn on a lint warning sound if you want a sound when there's any error made, for example. You can turn on autosave on off or word wrapping on or off. That is, to your preferences. And under the menu, you have your basic things. A few important ones would be tidy code under edit. And then under help, there's keyboard shortcuts and reference. Oh, also notice every time a new sketch starts, it's given a random name. You're able to change it by clicking in the edit and name it whatever you like. I'll call this the hello program. And I'll save it. And notice that when I click save, I get an error. That is because it's online and I haven't really created an account to save it to. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to create a brand new account. But notice on the bottom, you will be able to do log in with GitHub or log in with Google. So if you have those accounts, you can quickly log in. After logging in, notice your name. On the right-hand corner, it says, Hello, Prime Thinker. And here's my theme, the high contrast theme. The program name is here, Hello Program. And now notice if I go to File, I can actually save the file. So with this editor, you have to save the file yourself the first time, then it enables the autosave on it. Let me show you that tidy code in the top menu and how it is used. So I'm going to copy this console log, create another line. Let me say console log goodbye. And notice this spacing is off. Okay, spacing and the way you present the code is important. It makes it readable and for you and for anyone else that comes in. So it has this function built in for tidy code. And notice when I click, everything aligns very nicely. We run the program and we also see hello and goodbye printed in the console. Okay, let's go to my account. But notice this message right here. Although autosave is on, the save frequency, well, it's not that fast. So I myself press save when I know I'm done with this section of the code, even if the autosave is on. So under my account, if you go to sketches, you will find all of your sketches listed here, along with the date created and the date updated. I like to know what the system is automatically recording, because then I can have a different naming scheme for my programs. And if the date was not there, maybe I'll be interested in putting the date in the title. But in this case, I don't need it. You have your collections and you have your assets recorded here as well. For the assets, let's go back to the editor. So right here on the side, notice that little arrow? And if we click it, we see 3 files. Sketch.js, we see index.html, and style.css. So JavaScript, HTML, and CSS kind of work hand in hand to create things on the web. So this was hidden, and we'll use it later in the tutorials. But for now, I just want to show that this is where the assets are uploaded, the extra things that you want to use in the program. So I'm going to upload a file. Let me drag something from the desktop. All right, and look to the side. There's brand.png. And if you go to assets under my account, you're going to see that file listed there. You have the option to delete it or open it in a new tab. All right, finally, let me log out of here. The tour is ending. And go back to my hello program. So there you have it. That's the web editor, and it's really nicely built. Everything we need is right here, since JavaScript lives in the browser. Now that we're ready, see you at the next tutorial.